Alright, so we have a Season 15 Cup game for the top 32 this time. It's going to be Mech Mage playing Scorpion versus Ikoma Quant playing Phoenix. I just reminded myself of a video where they edited together like all the intros of this one guy's videos, and he sounded like it was like perfectly overlaid in all of them. He always said exactly the same thing. Kind of worried I'm doing that as well, but hopefully not. So let's see. We have Kyuden Bayushi, Seeker of Air, Kyuden Isawa, Seeker of Void. Let's take a look at the deck lists. Ooh, Revenge of the Drop Bears Reloaded. I like that. Drop Bears was the name of the Scorpion deck that people came up with a long time ago. Oh, wow. Interesting flip here. For the Scorpion deck that ran a lot of conflict characters. Drop Bears indeed, yeah. He's running 15 holdings in this deck. So, not too surprising here. What does this one do? Look at the top 4 cards of your Dynasty deck. You may choose an Imperial card from among them and switch it with this card face up. Put the cards back on top in any order. Interesting. So the library actually goes back into your deck. I didn't realize that. So he could find something with that. He could find Emperor. He could find... Let's see what else there is here. Attendant to the Emperor. He has one of those. Or a Mia Mystic. Not gonna do that here though, since he's already passed on the Dynasty phase. We see an unassuming Yojimbo get played with 3 Fate. He is the first player here, so he can go ahead and attack. The problem is, if you let Prodigy of the Waves attack water, it's going to get to attack twice, which could potentially mean 2 breaks. Does he have... Okay, Policy Debate is his restricted list card. Oh, we see a Peasant's Advice. That's going to shuffle this library and see what province it's on. You could keep the library there, I guess, if you're just going to break this. See Shameful Display. Okay, he does shuffle it. Like, okay, it's Seeker of Void. Yeah. I guess you shuffle that there because it is possible he could prevent the break here. He is still going to attack that though. No defense. We'll see if he plays a conflict character here. Using the Shameful Display isn't really that great, since this character is already dishonored. Yeah, so we see no defense. He gets the Earth Ring there, discards Clarity of Purpose. That's pretty good. He does have Kyuden Bayushi to stand up here. Phoenix going for the Void Ring. Interesting. Finds Vassal Fields. Ooh, Vassal Fields is pretty good here. Gonna bring him down to 1 Fate. Okay, he had the Clarity of Purpose. Oh, well, he played the one in his discard pile, sure. So if he has a political buff here, like a fan, he could potentially break this. We see Kyuden Bayushi to stand up the Yojimbo. It's only if you have 6 or fewer honor they get +1/+1. Court Games honors the Prodigy of the Waves. That is enough to get the break here. And moving the Yojimbo in would actually not even prevent the break, since you're losing the +1 on the favorable grounds. Going to Storehouse. The Phoenix deck looks pretty normal. I didn't mention that one. Just 2 Ancient Master, 1 Tattooed Wanderer, 3 Let Go as the splash, and then Tadaka for the restricted list card. So we do see a break on Vassal Fields. He got the Province trigger there, bringing Phoenix down to now 0 fate. And I don't think he really cares about the Void Ring all that much, so like Void Ring on the Prodigy might have been kind of bad, so maybe he just wanted to take it off the table, but Void Ring on the Yojimbo is not really a big deal. Yeah, I do think the Firing is better here. That is what he's going to go for. You can dishonor that Prodigy, so she'll only be swinging in for 3 on the next attack. Manicured gains a Fate. So at this point, taking the Water Ring guarantees that, I don't know if I want to say guarantees, but if you go water, you're probably going to get favor, whereas if you go air, you probably won't get favor. It'll probably tie. Yeah, so it looks like he is going to go for water there. Getting the favor turns off the Emperor, and it also turns on his 3 Censures and his Kanjo District, so I think that's the right call here. And like worst case, if he somehow loses this conflict, he can still... Okay, it's Pilgrimage, perfect. So he didn't even care about the ring effect, so hitting Pilgrimage is really good here. He's going to play a Bonsai, though, to try and go ahead and get 2 breaks on turn 1, which is also good. See if Scorpion can do anything about that. Gonna use the Mia Library, see what he can find. Scorpion Splash is actually 3 Political Rival and 1 Gossip. That's interesting. Looks like he either didn't find an Imperial character or just chose not to resolve that. That does let him put the cards back in any order, I believe, which might matter. So Phoenix does get the favor. And I wonder if we see a discard on the City of Lies here. Did he use that on Peasant's Advice this turn? If not, he definitely should have. Yeah, he did. Okay, good. His only events that cost fate are 3 ambush, 1 Peasant's Advice, 3 calling in favors. So okay, he might have one of those in hand. We do see him keep the City of Lies. Also going to find a storehouse and another favorable ground. And we have, ooh, another Prodigy of the Waves and Khandra District. That looks pretty scary. Oh, wait. He played Wholeness of the World to keep the Watering. That's pretty spicy. I guess Wholeness of the World actually works with Tadaka now, since you can't have the Sacred Shrine. So that is kind of an interesting choice, putting one of those in the deck. And it is going to turn on the Prodigies for this turn without him having to attack water. So he's already at 2 breaks. What are the other provinces here? Manicured and Secret Cache with Revels under the Stronghold. Okay. He will have to watch out for some conflict characters. But he should be able to attack with both Prodigies on each of his attacks, which is a pretty significant amount of skill. Let's see what he finds here. Secret Cache contesting Void. Okay. Void seems good. Like, whoever gets the Void Ring is really happy about it here, I think, so I like that choice. Secret Cache, definitely not the one you want to run into here. And we see a political rival. Is Wholeness Zero Fate? Yeah, it is. I was just talking about that. I think that's actually an interesting inclusion with the errata to Tadaka. Like, you can use that to keep the Earth Ring in your claimed ring pool. It kind of does the same thing that the Shrine used to do, but you can't put that in your deck with Tadaka anymore, so I feel like I'm kind of a fan of that. The only downside is it costs you a card, and that's a card slot you could be using for something else, but definitely seems interesting. It's jank, but almost not jank. Yeah, basically. Supernatural Storm on one of them. The one with the fan, alright, so that one is at 7, I believe. He's gonna policy debate? I think that's what this is. Yeah, maybe you should have stormed the other one, so the policy debate is harder. Is he going to City of Lies the fan? If he does do that, he'll probably have to Stronghold and use the favorable grounds to move back in, because he'll get conjured. Like, as soon as you calling in favors the fan... Okay, so Phoenix is going to take an action here. I guess you play the Storm here on the other one? Yeah, so we have 7 and 5. You could still steal the fan and policy debate one of these. You'd be 8. Yeah, there's the calling in favors figures. You'll be 8 to 5, so up by 3. So yeah, you can definitely still do it. Cloud the Mind on Rival, though. Ooh, now you can't. Wow, he played another political rival, and we see a let go on the fan, so Phoenix is back to winning now. Scorpion spent all of his fate. Well, he has one, but most of his fate. We see a pass. He's going to be happy with letting this it's not breaking. You can use the Conjo to get the break, I guess. But do you want to save that? Like, I feel like you kind of want to save that for the Yojimbo. Yeah, he is just going to save that. You should be able to still break the secret cache on your next attack. I wonder what province the Conjo is on here. Could be either Upholding or Meditations, it looks like. If it's Meditations, then that would be pretty nice. I think either way you should attack the Conjo here. Like, if it's Meditations, you don't care, you have no fate, and if it's Upholding Authority, like, is he just going to let you break it to resolve that? I don't think he is. So I think that's the right attack. Not sure if you go Earth or Fire here. Don't think you want to go Air, although having that fate might be nice. Okay, he is going Air, and he is attacking Conjo. Seems good. You are likely going to take an unopposed here. Ooh, it is Upholding Authority, okay. So you could offer the trade here. If you play a buff, you could say, okay, I'll let you get the Upholding Authority if you let me kill this Conjo district. But I imagine he'll just Conjo if that happens. We saw a pass here, which is interesting. So you could just take the win if you want the ring. I don't think he really wants the ring that much, though. We do see a fine katana. So Conjo gets answered by Stronghold and Favorable Ground. So Phoenix will need to have something else. And with 0 fate, I don't think he can have anything else, can he? Let go. Yeah, I think it's just let go. There's the Conjo District. Oh, he passed. Interesting. So he's going to go for the defend here, it looks like, instead of the break on Conjo District. He got him to use it. Maybe he was afraid of the let go? I'm not 100% sure why he didn't just take the break on Conjo there. Like, I don't see him getting the favor at all. Like, just defending this and taking, well, letting Phoenix get a free ring effect doesn't really seem great. He has 6 here, you have 5. So you would need to play something to actually defend this, and then Phoenix still gets the favor. I don't know. I guess you take the upholding authority if you break it, so kind of bad for Scorpion either way. Firing is pretty scary. You definitely defend this. And we see a pass. Phoenix still on 0 fate. Yeah, so he's going to get that firing, and he's going to honor this 3 fate prodigy. And 3 rings to 0, so that is going to be favor going to Phoenix once again. So yeah, looking pretty bad for Scorpion here. Conjo District still online. Not to mention the Censures. And his Yojimbo does die. Phoenix at least didn't break anything that turn, so that's worth something. But I have to imagine he'll be able to here. Doesn't buy Ugina there. Buying Ugina is actually kind of dangerous, I guess, because he can like just go Void as on the first attack, and then the Prodigy of the Waves dies. Unless he 5 fires, I guess. But if he bought Ugina, he wouldn't have the fate for that. So yeah, a little bit of an awkward flip there for Phoenix. You would have liked to see probably just like a Tadaka. Maybe a Natsuko, something like that. Feel like this kind of Scorpion wants to keep pressure on. The fact that he does not dictate the pace of the game is a bad sign for him. Yeah, I mean, he's just like down on board right now, I think, because all he has are these rivals, and these prodigies like just keep standing up, and he has the Conjo district to deal with, so it's just like too many things for him to really have any kind of advantage. Selecting both of the rivals here, and it looks like the Earth Ring going at Manicured Garden. Interesting. He wants to maybe force a Conjo here, or just force a defense. We'll see what he has. Yeah, so he has picked the Earth Ring there. And we do see a defense, so it's 6-4. He's not like anywhere close to breaking. Okay, we see From the Shadows on Sadako, but that gets censured. A little bit unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, you can still play the Sadako, I guess, but you need a way to dishonor her. You could like move one of these political rivals home. Doesn't seem great either though, because then you don't get the ring. I guess you probably just pass here. Okay, as another From the Shadows. Let's see if that one gets canceled. If you canceled the first one and you have another censure, I have to imagine that you cancel the second one as well. He only has 2 From the Shadows in the deck. So either way, those are both out of the way here, which is nice for Phoenix. So that one does resolve. Manicured Garden is breaking. Ooh, but we see a cloud on Sadako. That's strong. So that actually makes her a 0/0 now. Pretty good. It is a Zero Fate character though, so not the most ideal cloud, obviously, but so what he could do with the Sadako is he could favorable ground home and use her to claim favor. Go Crane Splash, yeah. Only one of these players has Crane cards in his deck. That is true. It's not looking too great for Scorpion right now, though. Yeah, like I'm wondering what else you would use this favorable ground for other than just moving the Sadako home here so you can get favor. Passes, interesting. I guess we'll find out. Discards Let Go at random. How good is that? Wouldn't trust any Coma playing Phoenix anyway, yeah. Favor seems good here, yeah. Favor definitely is very good here. The Phoenix player obviously has Conjure District and also has 2 Sentries left, and the Scorpion player has 2 Emperors in his deck. As well as, yeah, he has 3 Sentries as well, actually, so favor is definitely really important. Like, you got a ring. If you leave Sadako standing this turn, then you should get favor, I imagine. Actually, maybe not, because he can just attack, like, water, and then a different ring, and then tie favor. Yeah, you'd probably need something else. Oh, alright, I was going to check the attachments. Imagine community reaction if Kanjo is printed now. I mean, I think... I can't remember how much people reacted when it was released, but if I recall, people did think it was pretty stupid. Right, so Let Go hits Court Mask, Infiltrator's Tools, and then he just has a couple of Katanas and Fans. So hitting Let Go is good. Also the Calling in Favors. Probably not the best hit, but seems decent. Need to rotate out Core Set in first cycle? Yeah. I would definitely welcome a rotation. I think that would be good for the game. Not sure when they would do it, though. I think Crane Chat was talking about that. Shoot was asking how long should they wait before rotating. Thought it was stupid, but Phoenix wasn't that good back in, so we got over it. Yeah, that's true. Phoenix Phoenix out of Core Set was like probably one of the weakest clans. Unicorn was obviously like miles behind everybody else, but Phoenix was pretty low, I think, up until their clan pack came out. Summer 2020 Core 2.0. Yeah, I would definitely be down for that. That sounds pretty good. I think I missed some stuff here. We're seeing a water attack at Manicured Garden, plays a Yojimbo to defend. Yeah, it's like a lot of defending and then not even winning from Scorpion here, just trying to prevent breaks from going through. Most of the first 2 cycles is fine, I guess. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some stuff in the first cycle that could use some work, like Conjure District was first cycle, Iron Mines, Talisman were first cycle, stuff like that, that we might not want to keep. but I think just rotating core would be fine. And cycle 2, I don't think there's anything too bad. Like, let's see, what was in cycle 2? Void Fist and Mitsu, but they restricted list Void Fist, so, and Sacred Sanctuary actually. Yeah, Dragon got a lot in cycle 2, but I don't know if anyone else really did. Trying to remember. Crab got basically nothing. We got Magistrate Station. Yeah, that's true. But Magistrate Station is like a strong card that is not really a problem. Like, it's obviously really punishing if you end up randomly face planting it at the wrong time, but you can like play around that, right? So don't think that card is too bad. Yeah, it's a fair strong card, definitely. I would agree with that. So Phoenix does win that conflict, readies the other Prodigy. So I think he is on track to keep the favor here. You attack again with this Prodigy. Court Mask. Is he playing that just to dishonor himself so he can stand? That's pretty interesting. Biggest design mistakes were in Core and Cycle 1. Yeah, I definitely agree with that as well. Obviously, there was like Tadaka in the Phoenix pack, but they errated him, so he's not really a problem anymore. But yeah, everything after that is pretty decent. Plus, it would mean that like all of the bad unicorn cards would leave. Spyglass and Talisman and Wayfinder, though, are like 3 really huge cards that were all in core set. Well, Talisman was in Cycle 1, but like those 3 cards are basically Unicorn Splash. There's also like Gaijin Customs and the Ambusher now, but yeah, so he is going to use that Court Mask just to get the ready here. And it looks like he's going to attack Void Ring. That lets him keep these political rivals alive. But he will be giving up probably the Firing again here. They can keep some cards from Core in 2.0. Yeah, I mean, I think that would definitely be the best way to do it. Like, just keep the stuff that was like good but not too good. Maybe do like some erratas, change some stuff around, and then add some new cards. Like, Wayfinder is actually one of my favorite cards in the game. Definitely don't want to see that one leave. So we see a defense here. Looks like he stood up so he couldn't get coverted. Fine Katana makes it 6-5. Think FFG plan is to rotate Core and Cycle and Clan Pack / Deluxe Evergreen. That's my understanding. Yeah, that is what I heard as well, like during the beginning of the game. Also why they played safe with children. Yeah, I think the basis of that was like the other LCGs, like Game of Thrones. I think that's how they did it. Don't quote me on that though. And I mean, I think originally I heard that Core was going to be Evergreen also, and just the cycles would rotate, but I definitely would like to see the Core set rotate at some point. Man, you know what we really need is we need a Quesada EXP. When are we going to get that? Not that I don't like the current Quesada, but I just want to see more of him. He's really cool. We need to get him with like the dual 3 people and kill all of them ability or something like that. They haven't said anything official about what's evergreen. Not as far as I know for L5R. Oh, we see a gossip here. What's he gonna gossip? Oh, they asked Therion, he was the Lion player who won Worlds, if he wanted his design card to be more powerful but rotating or less good in Evergreen. Think he chose second. That's why it ended up in Children. By the old LC rules, only cycles rotate after 5 years. Yeah, that's what I've heard. No, Tyler said something in passing that indicated certain things were Evergreen. Yeah, I know certain things are Evergreen. I've definitely heard that the box sets like Children of the Empire will be Evergreen. Not like from an official source, but I think that's how it's going to be, and then probably the clan packs also. But we'll see. I hope they don't wait 5 years to rotate, though. That would be too long. Clan packs should be too, yeah. So we see an ambush here. Bringing in... What did he gossip? Oh, nothing. Censured gossip. Interesting. So ambush brings in an actress and an illusionist. That's pretty good. You can illusionist this honor token and win this conflict. What does actress do? You probably don't use her. Yeah, there's nothing to use her on. I guess you could use her on a mystic, actually. Is this military? No, this is political. So... use this. He's down to 4. Oh, against the waves bows the illusionist. Things can change even now that only L5R and Game of Thrones are competitive LCGs. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely curious to see what they'll do in with regards to rotation. What does Pot of Greed do? Well, you see, Pot of Greed allows you to draw 2 additional cards from your deck. Oh, favorable ground on the other Prodigy. I guess he doesn't want a Chondro because then you can get more value out of the actress. We see a pass. Oh, he does use Conjure District. Interesting. Interesting. So yeah, now I would definitely get the Mystic off of that. It's still breaking here, but you can kill the Cloud the Mind on the political rival. I really like Actress. That's actually like one of my favorite cards. Has good art. It has a cool ability. Man, there are just like a lot of cool cards in Scorpion that I wish were more playable. Need to find the recent interview Tyler did where he said he played Children of the Empire too safe. Interesting. 6 Scorpion characters or 2 Phoenix characters. Well, obviously the Phoenix characters, although Scorpion has won 2 rings this turn. But Phoenix looks like is going to get 2 as well. Daisho's not too safe. Yeah, Daisho is something. Wow, Court Mask on Mia Mystic. That prevents the break. Tyler said it about 31 minutes in the podcast. I feel like I should listen to L5R podcasts, but I honestly just don't have time. Ornate fan, wow. Is he gonna try to... Yeah, I don't know about the fan. Okay, wants to play it on someone else. Listen to them when doing brainless or repetitive work. Yeah, I already have things that I like to listen to when I'm doing stuff like that, so I don't really have room to fit more podcasts in. Should be able to drag it, right? Yeah, there we go. Ooh, favorable grounds moves in political rival, who he also attaches the fan to, and he's defending, so this is an 8 political skill rival. So there's no reason to do this other than policy debate, so I believe that's what we are going to see here. I wonder if he has the third censure. Consumed by oh no. Consumed by 5 fires is cancelled by Kikuyo. He only has one of those in the deck too. That's crazy. That's like literally the perfect spell to use that on. That puts Phoenix down to 0 fate here as well. And yeah, we see the policy debate. So if anything can turn this game around, that will be it. Ancient Master, Cloud, Display, Shrine Maiden, Path of Man. So none of these cards are playable right now. He's going to discard that Cloud. I believe that is, yeah, that's the third Cloud. The other two are on the board. If he has another policy debate, he could go again. Maybe hit the Shrine Maiden or the Display. Hey Lambershesby, how's it going? Yeah, that was a pretty sick Kikuyo there. I should do a full art of that. I like that card, the artwork. I'm gonna get a playmat of Kikuyo when I go to Seattle, I think. Even though I don't need any more playmats. He does get the firing there, so he will honor the Prodigy. Court Mask back to his hand, and then he's gonna kill a Cloud here. Prodigy stands, so he will get favor. He could have put Kikuyo in the conflict, although I guess it wouldn't have mattered. Why did he five fires in conflict? Yeah, he was about to get policy debated. It was like the most telegraphed policy debate you've ever seen, basically. Yeah. And it was a good five fires, too. There's exactly 5 fate to remove there, and it kills both the rivals this turn. That Kikuyo definitely pulling her weight, though. Was it worth the risk? I don't know. Probably not, yeah, I agree, probably not. Like, I'd rather just keep the 5 fate there, honestly. Like, if he wants to discard it, that's fine. You have 2 in the deck, and you can play it with box still. More than a 50% chance of Kikuyo? Yeah, well, I don't want to try to do any more probabilities, but okay, so he is going to buy Ujina now. He's first player, and there are 2 zero fate characters on the board. Seems good. Scorpion passing, as usual. Both players bid 1. Scorpion's at 4 honor. Which is where he wants to be for the box, I guess. But he will have to be careful. I think Phoenix actually wants to attack air here, right? Like you wanna keep Scorpion low and threaten to dishonor him. He has dishonored characters in play here. And it has 2 fate on it, so as much as you want to go void here, I think it has to be air. Unless you had whatever that card is. No, that one, never mind. Forget I said anything. If the Water Ring doesn't get claimed this turn, though, like, you have to make sure that happens at some point. Yeah, I like attacking military here. Oh, he's going void. I mean, military void is probably fine because the rivals can't defend, and then you kill one of them. But it does allow Scorpion to go for that air ring. Manicured Garden, contesting void. We do see a defense. Oh, with both. Wow. So 7 to 5. I guess you kind of have to defend. Like, you don't want to let him get, like, the Path of Man here. And then you can probably just attack, like, Meditations or Upholding if you want. I guess he can Chondro you. Maybe Chondro here would be good. And then Path of Man so you have the display power. Ujina good here? Yeah, definitely. He plays that Shrine Maiden, finds a Supernatural Storm. Pretty good. Played a Fine Katana on him as well. Court Mask. Doesn't do a whole lot. Maybe he's going to policy debate the Shrine Maiden here. Supernatural Storm on Prodigy. He is breaking now. Yeah, you can, like... Maybe that Storm should have gone on Shrine Maiden just in case he is going to policy debate here. Because you can policy debate and hit display. City of Lies, okay. He's going to ambush maybe? Ambush on Miyako is good. So weird to see Scorpion on policy debate. Yeah, definitely. A clan with Fate Worse Than Death and Forged Edict on their restricted lists. So you don't usually see the policy debate there. Calling in Favors, going to steal that fine katana. Doesn't do much on the rival, but it does take it away from Ujina, I guess. And it dishonors the rival as well. Since he's going to kill one of the rivals, you want both of them to be dishonored, so you can stand one if you need to. Replays the Storm, this time on Ujina. Bonsai on Yojimbo. Doesn't lose an honor, that's probably smart. So it's exactly not breaking here. He needs one more skill. He could Conjo. How much does he want it? I have to imagine he wants the Path of Man to go off here, so he has Fate to display. Plus, unopposed brings your opponent down to very dangerous territory. He does have 10 Fate, though. That's the other thing. If you don't conjure, you kind of forfeit the rest of your turn. Yeah, that is the problem here. Yeah, so we do see the Conjure District there. I think that's probably correct. And there's a pass, so this is going to be a break. He will get the Path of Man there, so you won't be able to attack air here, right? I don't see how Scorpion gets through this turn. Yeah. Like, if you attack air, he just displays and he wins the game, right? I guess if he does that, he can't stand anybody, so then you can go fire and re-honor your rival, but that feels kind of bad. And then you're at 1 honor still. Maybe that's what you have to do. Cloud doesn't seem so bad, yeah. Maybe should have taken that display there. Although he could have drawn another one, I guess. No defense. Probably just going to display. Display is such a great card, yeah. It was definitely, I think that was like one of the cards that people thought was broken in the core set at the time. And it's obviously very strong, but not really broken per se. But Crab was actually originally trying Phoenix Splash out. Need Duty, yeah. Crab was trying Phoenix Splash out because originally we were Keeper of Air. So what you could do was you could play Seeker of Knowledge and turn any ring into an air ring for your Keeper Initiates. But the problem was FFG actually ruled it that that combo didn't work. If you claimed a ring, they said basically you had to claim the actual air ring to get your keepers if you're a Keeper of Air. And then later they reversed that, so now it does work. But that was after Crab had already lost Keeper of Air, so seemed a little bit rude, but not a big deal. We quickly found out that Unicorn Splash was pretty strong. Yeah. Didn't have to attack air, yeah. Plays another political rival into the conflict, okay. So he's going to go ahead and get rid of this Kanjo district. Seems good. What they did to Hotaru was the real rudeness. Yeah, the Hotaru thing was, that one was weird because to assassinate, censure, and censure. So you take the censures, obviously. He's not going to play assassinate anytime soon. The Hotaru one was weird because in one of the articles before the core set actually released, when they were still doing spoilers and stuff, I'm sure you know this, but they actually said that Hotaru and Toturi could use their abilities on defense to still get a ring effect. But then later they ruled it the other way, so like either they changed their mind or the person writing the article didn't know that. So that was kind of weird. Yep, so he will have to attack... Oh, interesting. He can't actually get favor here, can he? We did see the sentries get discarded. Yeah, he should live here if he goes fire. And the Prodigy dies, so it'll just be Ujina. But next turn, you're going to have a Zero Fate Dishonored Yojimbo, and your opponent has Ujina, so you're going to have to go air or fire first to not lose. Which could lose to Display of Power if he draws the other one. But like if you do nothing and then he just attacks Void, then you lose anyway. So you have to try it. Hotaru, is that like Toturi plus Hotaru? Oh, is that just a typo? Breaks Manicure, that's the third break. So he can actually attack Stronghold next turn with 3 coverts, I just realized. The Stronghold is Kuroi Mori, but that's like actually fine because it moves on Political Rival, but you get a ton of skill from the Yojimbos then. Yeah, Toturi plus Hotaru, yeah. Alright, so I think Scorpion might actually be able to just break the Stronghold here. I think what he has to do, though, is if I actually can't remember the timing on this. If he attacks air at the stronghold and there's no defense and he breaks, can you display that? I don't think you can and win the game. I think it breaks first. Can't remember. Should probably just go fire though to be safe. Yeah, go Crane Splash. We'll see if he can pull it out here. Plays Miyako. Displays reaction. Alright. Display happens before break? Okay. Let me double check that. I thought I remembered that it created like a delayed effect that happened after the break. Oh, hold on. Display power is played right after the winner of an unopposed conflict is determined. It creates a delayed effect that cancels the normal ring effect. Then the defending player resolves the ring effect and claims the ring. Step 3.2.6. Let me check when 3.2.6 is. Yeah, 3.2.6 is after the province breaks, so I think... Let me catch up with chat here. You win before ring resolved. Display is delayed, yeah. It's played before break to resolve after, yeah. So you would still win the game, right? Yeah, I think this is just going to be an all-in stronghold attack. He has a ton of covert, he's first player, and Phoenix doesn't really have anything. Man, this would be like completely opposite. Why didn't he play more characters? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, this would be like completely opposite if Phoenix were first player here, because then he could just attack Void and you have to like desperately defend that. Well, actually it doesn't even matter, right? You have to have a way to honor the Yojimbo or you just lose the game. Or gain an honor, I guess. Yeah, so it is Kuroi Mori. He can flip the conflict type. Or he can switch it. You could switch it to Void here. I don't think that would work either, though. Yeah, because Claim Ring is way after Win and Break. So that wouldn't work. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know what Phoenix could have here. Switching it to Void is still good with Atsuko, probably. That's... Let's see. So he has 12 right now. Atsuko brings him down to... it's -5, so 7. If Scholar to defend... Yeah, he could play like... Actually... yeah. Yeah, if he played both of these characters, he can get around one of the coverts. So you could defend with Scholar and then play like a Storm for +3. Does he have any in discard? No, so he'd have to have the third Storm. He could have a conflict character here. Yeah, so he does switch to the Void Ring, so he can bring him down to 7. So it's not over yet. If he plays any conflict character, I think it doesn't break, and if it doesn't break, he immediately wins the game. How many has he played? Hold on. Just the one Shrine Maiden. Yeah, there's an Ancient Master. So this is now 12-2. It goes up to 7-3. So Scorpion, he has 2 Assassinates and 1 other card. So that 1 other card better be pretty good. Why won't it break? What do you mean? Seven to 3, that's winning by 4. He needs 5. Well, he's going to use Otsuko, right? Another Ancient Master, yeah. So I think it's over here. I don't think there's a card in Scorpion's deck that will do it here. Is there? Pretty sure there isn't. He's played 1 katana, 2 katanas. Oh, this is political, never mind. Should have bought Illusionist over Diplomat. Ah, yeah. Definitely. Yeah, Illusionist would keep him alive here because he could get rid of this status token. Let go on Court Mask. Yeah, no problem. But yeah, I think this is pretty over here. There's the Otsuko, so it's 5 to 5. Yep, that's the good game. If he had clouds, then I guess. Yeah, pretty crazy ending there. We actually knew he had those 2 Ancient Masters from the, what do you call it? Policy debate? Yeah. So, Ikoma Quant wins the game on Dishonor. Yeah, that was pretty close at the end there. If he had the Emperor in play, he could, like, make Ujina kill himself, basically. That would be pretty sick. He would still need to not lose, of course. Yeah, Otsuka is definitely huge. But yeah, that's going to be it. Ikoma Quant moves on to the top 16, where he will play in a Phoenix Mirror against Nyx. Seems like a lot of mirrors going on. Wow, there were 2 unicorn mirrors in a row. Yeah, Atsuko is a crazy character. If he hadn't pulled her here, then... Like, if that was pretty much any other character, he probably would have lost. But yeah, that's going to do it here. So thanks everybody for watching. That'll be it for this game. And I'll see you guys next time.